We head to the festive segment of entertainment, Ron and Jack. Of course, we would have had lots of activities occurring in 2023 that kept the entertainment scene buzzing all year round in and outside of the British Virgin Islands. Well, let's take a look. In January, musician Ramon George, who goes by the stage name Ramon G, made the territory proud after placing second in the regional 2023 Soca Party Monarch Jumpy competition in St. Croix. Performing his song Mass Intentions, he pulled out all the stops and left everything on stage as he gained the second place prize of $3,000 in addition to a trophy. Well, here's a quick look at his performance.
Can't wait for to touch the road, so we can party and play. Well, it's been down the road, I can't wait for parade.
The entertainment activity continued in February, starting with Virgin Islander Kyra James, who stamped her name on the international media scene as a content producer for the role she played behind the scenes during the Recording Academy's MusiCare Gala during the Grammy Awards week. Also in February, the BVI Rec Week made a return to the territory after a 3-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic and was considered a success as it was well received by both locals and visitors from abroad. The beauty and diversity of the various dive sites visited across the territory's waters were highlighted and rated as amongst the best in the world by Deputy Editor of Scubaverse Media, Caroline Robertson Brown, who traveled to the territory to participate in the BVI Rec Week 2023. In March, Virgin Islanders were given a glimpse of the artistic ability of Tia Letsom as she held her first solo art exhibition at the Cyril B. Romney Tortola Pier Park. There, visitors and residents got the opportunity to view and purchase some of her pieces and got a taste of the skills she developed since first taking up art at about 10 years old. Letsom also had other art exhibitions in 2023, including the Non-Stop Art Expo in the Attic Lounge at the Pier Park. March also witnessed the 50th BVI Spring Regatta and Sailing Festival, where approximately 70 boats representing an estimated 13 countries across the world participated in the festival. The week-long event, which commenced at Nani Key Tortola with an estimated 1,000 sailors, concluded on Sunday, April 2nd, with contestants receiving numerous awards for top placements in their respective racing divisions. Patrons who were present on the grounds of Nani Key also got to enjoy the food and drinks available by the respective vendors and sponsors, as well as the entertainment, which included a full spectacle of fireworks following the award ceremony. Over on the sister island of Virgin Gorda, early April was filled with lots of entertainment as the island commemorated their annual Easter Festival, which honored Miss Dawn Flats in the 2023 edition. Competing in one of the pillar events, the 2023 Ralph T. O'Neill Easter Hat Parade, Flats came out as the winner to win the grand prize of $1,000 for her well-designed hat. She managed to dethrone two-time defending winner Dwayne Leonard Jr., who won the Best Silly Hat Award. The Best Straw and Coconut Weave Hat Award went to Julie Swartz, while Sister Joyce won the Most Creative Hat Award. The 2023 Virgin Gorda Easter Festival also welcomed back its Monday Parade, which commenced on Lee Road and proceeded to the Virgin Gorda Recreational Ground. Among the participants were We Jamming 5 Stars of Little Dix Bay Resort, the Light Festival Troupe, which was dedicated to the memory of the late Darlene Henry, and Showstoppers Dance Group of St. Thomas, US Virgin Islands. In the Calypso competition, Reynold King Pedro Phillips received his 12th Calypso title in the BVI after winning the Dawn Flats Easter Festival 2023 Calypso Monarch.
The whole world, yes, they're laughing at me when our leaders get their hands dirty because a blemish on the whole country. It's about time I tell the people of the BVI. But I'm a go like a bio. You can send them down to investigate and they find it dishonest people. They call it Commission of Inquiry. I call it Millie and it's sweet for soul.
King Pado received a total of 313 points to claim his 7th title on Virgin Gorda to add to his previous 5 on Tortola. The Calypso King performed his 2 songs, One Consequence, the Malay, and To God Save Our Country. In May, the Leverets Bay Resort and Marina welcomed back its 19th annual Poker Run event after a 3-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 restrictions. Anegada resident Peter Penman won the event, pocketing $8,000 for his winning hand, while second place was taken by businessman Enos Aaron, who received $5,000, and third place to Tiger Nikki, who won $2,000. June saw Naomi Onufuyu of Elmore Stout High School being awarded the 2023 Junior Ambassador of Tourism title at the Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium at the H. Laverty Stout Community College campus in Paraquita Bay. Naomi then went on to conquer the Caribbean Tourism Organization's Youth Congress held in the Turks and Caicos Islands in October to be crowned the Regional Junior Ambassador of Tourism. She competed against representatives from 14 other Caribbean islands. Also occurring in June was the controversial free non-stop concert that was funded by the government of the Virgin Islands through a $250,000 grant. The event was organized by the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board to celebrate the successful June 1st, 2023 launch of the American Airlines non-stop service between Miami in the United States and the British Virgin Islands. The event was deemed a success after hundreds of residents reportedly flocked to the festival grounds in Rotown to capture the performances of headliner Jamaican dancehall recording artist Conscience, United States Virgin Islands Rock City, and local stars Monet, Vibe, Jeremy Poole, Kamal Air Georges, and Grim Reaper. In July, the month kicked off with the highly anticipated 2nd annual One Virgin Islands Poker Run event, which concluded at the Paradise Bar and Restaurant. Local Clifford Thomas won a grand prize of $10,000 of the 136 registered participants. Runner-up went to Tafara Phillips, who received $4,000, while Romeo Rapsat collected $2,000 for third place and Angel Barronville $500 for finishing 4th. Christmas in July was another major event that occurred in 2023 and was dubbed the most successful of all 11 editions, with a record sum of 5,500 people and 475 vessels reportedly in attendance. The 11th edition of the event also stood out for the environmental protection efforts, which included prohibiting the use of plastic bottles of cups, placing recycling stations throughout the beach to avoid pollution, and selling over 3,800 of the event's official reusable tumblers. Wally Castro Marine, the organizer of the event, later announced that $6,000 was donated to Beyond the Reef, a non-profit organization in the territory, from the proceeds generated from the sale of the reusable tumblers. July also saw the 2022 Miss British Virgin Islands, Jorina Penn, represented the territory at the 60th edition of the JC's Queen Show in Antigua at the Antigua Recreation Ground. Another big event in July was the Prince and Princess Show, which saw Jerron Sprayett and Denial Winter being crowned the 2023 Prince and Princess. Winter won Best Evening Wear, Best Is a Snack Creative Wear, Best Introductory Dance, and Best Introduction Speech, in addition to the Photogenic and Popularity Awards. Meanwhile, Sprayett won awards for Best Evening Wear, Best Is a Snack Creative Wear, Best Introductory Dance, Best Dress, Best Introduction Speech, and Best Talent. Also in July, the highly anticipated annual Summer Sizzle BVI was lauded as an unforgettable experience following the completion of the 4 days of activities that culminated on Sunday, July 30th. The marquee event, the Global Glamour Runway Show, which was hosted by political analyst for MSNBC, Miss Joyanne Reid saw top international and local models gracing the runway, dressed in unique pieces by top fashion designers, both from the territory and abroad. The designer lineup included local brands such as Hi-Ho Clothing, The Islander Swim, Nami Resorts and Swim, Rude Swim, and many international and regional designers. The month of August marked the celebration of the 69th Emancipation Festival, and in keeping with the tradition of honoring an individual, the Virgin Islands Festival Affairs Committee named Festival Village in honor of former legislator and the territory's first Miss BVI, Mrs. Irene Penn O'Neill. The village nights, as seen in previous years, were themed, and according to the feedback from residents, the lineup for the 2023 Emancipation Festival was one of the best in recent years. The Gospel Explosion featured the likes of Samuel Medas and Keros, along with Brent Hoyt and Onique. For Rhythm and Drive, the entertainment featured Overdrive, Pure Mass, Banco Bismol, Peanut Renut, Shaw, HP and Cisa, and Byron Messiah. Morgan Heritage and Jada Kingdom lit up the stage for International Reggae Night.
Singing songs of joy on this lovely day. So I got everything to say. Oh yeah, yeah. 3 singing birds told me by sunrise he's always there in the morning, praying and blessing the day. Lay low. Wanna why your gram sing this? Wanna why your gram sing this? Grandpa, I think they wanna hear you sing.
Total, are you ready? Well, I don't believe you.
Every time you touch me, insane,
You say I don't usually act like this, and you're right. You need a girl. You're toxic. Stress me out, all you want is a what's a girl? You care about my feelings.
yeah, well, you treat me,
And that's not
bad. The only thing exciting about us,
you are dealing with me.
And Kes the band certainly did not disappoint on the International Soca Night. Also during the Soca Night, the territory witnessed the crowning of Jan J. Versatile Williams as the new Soca Monarch, as he dethroned 2-time Soca Monarch Ramon G to take the coveted crown with his song Me and My Boo.
Yeah, this part will be my anthem. Me and my boo. We don't give a damn about you. Betting with me and my boo. Excuse me, let we pass now to do. Sleeping with me and my boo. Cause we don't really bother with you. Jamming with me and my boo. Excuse me, let we pass. Hello. Some may not know this, might think it's bogus, but me tired of these push girls and their plot twists. You better love yours, brother, enjoy it. Cause life is short but happiness is. Could have been a bully gal, one macaroni gal. Could have been a nice girl, take her only fully. Because your idol, she'll give you the whole world.
Ramon G was first runner-up and Diffie was second runner-up. Another notable night was the Fly Fest night, which featured Jamaican artist Valiant.
Me and them gal inna me house I live. Level biggie. I'm married jeans and my shoes are Gucci. Have the shirt for proving. Them boy they a newbie. I'm a big them bougie. I'm a lifestyle movie. GLE. We're going exhaust panel. So them fear chopper and the full bag. And I'm a science, I'm going to go strong. So Paul just send some leaves on back. Take your help on the black top. Yo, Tola, incense light up. Say money they are pile up, don't size up. Yo, Tola, ha.
I don't take time right now, but better days are coming. Change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain. Better days are coming. Change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain. Right here in the back. Yeah. How we go tickle, lick it. Real vibes on the beating, I am right here in the back. Jamming. If you're proud to be alive, then I'm at a happy place in my life. Everybody say, I will never ever. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go.
UTB, Cool Session Brass, Vibe, Asabanton, Monia, and Razor Blaze are just a few of the other acts that also performed during the Emancipation Festival. Other festivities outside of the village included the Torchlight Procession, the Road Town Rides and Shine Tramp, the East End Rise and Shine, and of course, the August Monday Parade, which saw more than 1,000 revelers, and the return of judging for troops and the Road March. Raul Juguls Prof claimed his 13th Road March title with his hit song Lean, while the winners for Best Troops and Floops included Kazakh for individual entries, Friends in Steel for musical entry, New Royal won the Best Children's Troupe, and Best Majorettes are cheerleaders. Treasures of the BVI won Best Adult Troupe, The Way We Were won Floop, and the BVI Optimum Sky Dancers won Moko Jumbies. And last but not least was the unforgettable Giant Whale entry from Beyond the Reef, which saw them securing the Best Floats category. The month of August was also filled with several prestigious pageants, the first being Miss Junior BVI. Ariella Oliver was crowned the 2023 winner after taking 5 of the 8 categories, which included Best Introduction Speech, Best Black and White Affair Rare, Best Talent,
fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
And Best Evening Wear, and Oliver also tied with contestant number 1 Anaya Wilkinson for Miss Poised. Next up was the Miss BVI pageant, which saw Anika Christopher being crowned the new Miss BVI. Christopher won Best Introduction and Best Intellect. The first runner-up was Lakeisha Warner, who won Best Cultural Wear, Best Swimwear, Best Evening Wear,
with a luxurious strap created to accentuate her shape as the pattern flows into a full-figured flamingo feathered tail to highlight her swan-like legs.
and Most Poised. The last major pageant in August was the Miss Universe BVI pageant, which went to Ashalika Foy, a legal manager and businesswoman and also a former Miss Teen BVI. She got the nod ahead of Beyonce Lowenfield and Liliana Reimer. We also saw Ashalika making her mark at the 72nd annual Miss Universe pageant in El Salvador, San Salvador, just a few months later in November. She graced the stage at the Miss Universe 2023 preliminary competition and participated in a swimsuit competition and an evening gown runway show, which was well received across the territory. The pageant was won by Shanice Palacios of Nicaragua. On the fashion scene, Bianca Halbert, a fashion model with strong Virgin Islands roots, was featured on a huge New York City billboard for Steve Madden, a fashion company based in Long Island City, New York, that designs and markets shoes and fashion accessories. An Instagram photo showing Halbert on the billboard went viral across the territory. Staying in fashion, it was also a busy year for Virgin Islander Arthur Delbeto Degrade, a 19-year-old from Tortola who has quickly risen to prominence in the fashion world. In addition to walking for Prada in Milan, Del Beto graced the runways of fashion giants such as Alexander McQueen and Balenciaga. He also appeared during Paris Fashion Week. In November, it was all about the 11th Anegada Lobster Festival, which despite a lower turnout in 2023 when compared to previous years, still welcomed residents from all across the Virgin Islands, including the US, VI, and other neighboring countries from across the region. As part of this year's events, there were several new features that the BVI Tourist Board organized. Among those new features were additional ferries from within the territory, including, for the first time, New Horizon Ferry from Jos Van Dyke along with ferries from neighboring USVI. There was also the addition of a fun park hosted by the BVI Recreation Trust, and the 2023 edition also saw a record high of 12 participating restaurants and vendors, including a new edition of the Party Cycle. Now to December, the annual Christmas in the city was once again hailed a resounding success, with visitors and residents enjoying 2 days of fun, food, and fellowship. The event saw a record number of vendors selling local products as well as toys. This year's event honored Keith Candyman Foy along with the original members of the Christmas in the City Committee. Also, the Elmwood Stout High School Music Department fulfilled the expectations of those who witnessed the memorable performances of the students at the return of their annual Christmas concert after a 4-year hiatus. A new feature was added, which was a pre-show showing the work of the technical and art students from the Joyce Samuel Primary School. And last but certainly not least, BVI fashion designer Christine Fraser recently pulled off one of her biggest fashion shows to date on Sunday, December 3rd at an iconic location, the Roundabout in Rotong. Fraser, along with two of her mentees, Akeem Stanley and Jakayla Colwood, featured pieces from their individual collections. Stanley and Colwood presented a 5-piece collection to introduce their design aesthetic to the community, while Fraser showcased a 50-piece collection that spoke to swimwear, resort wear, costume, and avant-garde designs. As I intro that particular segment, lots of buzz indeed in the entertainment segment, and we have lots to look forward to in 2024, the 70th Emancipation celebrations, as well as the return, hopefully the return of the Music Fest as announced by Premier Dr. The Honorable Natalia Weekly in 2023.
I will be coming on the road on sticks for the 70th, so just get your cameras out because we coming on the road.
Now, big pressure on the Festival and Fairs Committee. They really do need to deliver for the 70th Emancipation Festival. I think the festival this year was pretty well received in the community, but they're gonna have to double it for the 70th.
But that's the thing, for some, they would have spoken about, this year's festival being one of the best in recent times. How do you top that?
But you know what's interesting? I wanna point this out, and this is one of the things that I find really, really interesting with the statement that was made by our Honorable Premier and he said many times that this was by far one of the best run festivals, and I have no problems with that. But how do you have a best run festival without a Calypso show? Like, how is it possible? Community outreach persons are not able to express themselves, right? How is it even possible that we're gonna have festival without a Calypso show? Let's bring the Calypso show, because that is the way of persons within the community on the narrative and expression of music. That's their way to really express themselves and to carry out what is happening within the country.
Well, hopefully those in the festival committee hear your cry and basically try to implement that for the 70th edition.
Absolutely, that is a fair request, and I do think that a lot of members of the community would be right behind you in requesting that comes back to the 70th.
You can have a festival without a Calypso show, it's just no.